Hello, it's Teacher Chloe here. I hope that you are doing well and keeping safe during this time. I'm really missing you guys and I can't wait until we're back in class together. So, over the last few days, we've been talking about the different organs in our body as well as the different systems. And today we're going to be looking at mighty muscles, which is basically the muscular system. So, let's take a look see. Right, movement. Movement and muscles are very important. They work together, and it's not actually just muscles, it's muscles and skeletons or bones that work together in order for us to have movement. And we're going to be watching a video at the end of this that's really going to show you how the skeleton and muscles work together. Okay, so how do skeletons move the body? Right. So you've done skeletons before, but I'm just going to talk about joints. So we have a lot of joints in our bodies that allow movement of bones. And the one joint that we get is the ball and socket. It sort of looks like this. We actually have it in our shoulders that allows a lot of movement like this. And you also have it in your hips. You also get a hinge joint like your elbow, which allows less movement, but it's still movement. And that basically means back and forth like this. And another joint that we get is called gliding joints, or another name for them is plane joints. And you'll find them in your hands and your wrist. And basically, they're small bones that are grouped together, or joints that are grouped together that glide over each other or slide over each other, and it allows for movement. Can you tell your brain to move your leg? So if you say, brain, move my leg, does your leg move? Let's see. Did your leg move? No. Okay, your leg doesn't move if you just say, brain, move my leg. Why not? Because it's not us actually saying it that does it. It's our brain that sends signals through our body to move muscles. So if I say, brain, move my fingers, nothing will happen. But if I'm quiet and my brain sends a signal from here to here, look what happens. We can move them. Okay, so movement isn't dictated, it isn't said by us, it's just communicated non-verbally from the brain throughout our body. Okay, and this is because of ligaments that we have, which are part of our muscles. Along with our bones, what else do we need to move our bodies? So obviously we need bones and joints that allows movement, but with that we need muscles. So movement, like I said, it's a marriage between the bones and the muscles, and it's very important for us to move. What are muscles? So as you can see, we have some beautiful pictures over here, and I'm just going to read through it with you so you can get an understanding of what muscles are. So let's start over here. Our bodies are made up of different types of cells. Right, so these are very, very small, and many, many cells together can form tissue, as you can see. So from cells, it moves into tissue. And then a lot of tissue together can form a muscle. So cells form to make tissues, and then skeletal muscles are made up of just muscle tissue. Very interesting, hey? So as you can see this with this picture as well, we have a muscle that's part of the, or attached to the skeleton. So those are called skeletal muscles. Right, then let's look at the heart, as you can see here, okay? The heart is a muscle. So smooth muscle cell, bone cell, and nerve cells, as you can see, it's a whole bunch of different cells come together, and then organs are made up of more than one type of tissue. So you have a cell that becomes tissue that becomes a muscle. You have many different cells that become many different tissues that become organs. And that's what makes our body run. Very, very important. Right, let's look at A. As you can see, there's a beautiful picture over there of the front and the back of what muscles actually look like if we were to look at the muscles in our bodies. Skeletal muscles are attached to the bone and enable movement. So the muscles that are attached to our bones enable movement. Okay, very important. Then we have a skeleton, as you can see on the next side there. Some organs have muscle tissue. Which organs have muscles? Here's a hint. Think which organs move things around the body. So remember, certain organs are made up of muscle tissue, but they're not attached to the skeleton. So they're a bit different from skeletal muscles. So some examples are things like your heart. So your heart is pumping, and this allows blood to pump throughout your body. So that's an organ or a muscle that allows for movement all by itself. You're not telling your heart to move, it's just doing it automatically. But we'll get to that just now. You also have many other organs that do the same. So let's move on. Right, remember I was telling you that your heart beats all by itself. You're not actually telling it to do that. That's why we have voluntary and involuntary muscles. So some muscle movement is voluntary and we cannot control it, like the heart. Other muscle movement is involuntary and we don't have control over it. Oh, sorry. So voluntary is things that we can control, like this. I'm moving. Oh, I can control it. However, if it's involuntary, we don't have control over it, like the heart. So let's look at the pictures on the right. Which shows voluntary muscle movements and which shows involuntary? Okay, I've already helped you. So obviously, like I said, the heart pumps all by itself, which is involuntary. Okay, we don't have a choice, it just does it by itself. Then muscles that are in your arm, like this, we can flex them, we can use them because we have control over them. Right. So, Two's Company. What you're going to do is you're going to watch a video now, and while you're watching the video, I want you to focus on how do muscles move and also what words are used to describe the movement, okay? Because remember, muscles are all about movement and strength because our muscles allow us to move, and it also allows us to have strength to carry things or use things or run or jump or be active, okay? So just give me 1 minute or less than a minute to get that video ready for us. Right, and here's the video. So let's take a look. See, it's not too long. It's 3 minutes, so let's watch. And remember, you're looking for how they talk about movement with muscles and as well as how they describe it, okay?
Hello friends, welcome to new Happy Learning video. Today, we're going to learn about the human musculoskeletal system. It's what lets us move around. The musculoskeletal system is made up of two systems, the muscular and skeletal systems.
As you can see, like I've said before, it's actually two separate systems that work together, okay?
The muscular system is the active part of the musculoskeletal system. Muscles are between our bones and skin, and they are joined to our bones through tendons. They are elastic organs that can be lengthened or shortened, causing some body part movements. Us humans have approximately 630 muscles.
A lot.
According to the movements that they make, we can differentiate voluntary and involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscles move only when we want them to. And involuntary muscles move without us realizing, like our heart or stomach, that are always in movement. The skeletal system is made up of all bones and cartilage. The skeleton gives us our shape that differentiates us from other living things and allows us to walk, run, or jump. Our body has 206 bones, and each one of them has their own name. Some of them are skull, that protects our brain.
You should know this, you've done the skeleton before, but it's good to see it again, okay?
The spine, that maintains us stable and upright. The jaw allows us to move our mouths to chew food. Ribs, that protect our heart or lungs. And the femur, the longest bone in the human body, and is found in our legs. Bones are joined with each other by joints. They are
Remember, I spoke about the joints, so this helps with movement as well. Very important.
divided into three groups, depending on their level of mobility. Immobile or fixed joints don't have any mobility, like the ones that join our skull. Semi-mobile joints do have some mobility, but not a lot, like vertebrae in our backs. Mobile joints have great mobility, like our elbow or knee.
Remember, I spoke about the hinge joint. That's your elbow or your knee, okay?
Now we've got to know a little more about our musculoskeletal system. Now we need to do plenty of physical exercise to make it work brilliantly and maintain ourselves really healthy. Goodbye, friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Happy Learning TV.
Right, so that's the end of the video. And we've also come to the end of the lesson. I hope that you've learned something interesting about the muscular system. Remember, it works very well together with the skeletal system. They're a couple. So you're going to get a worksheet now. And when you get this worksheet, you can watch this video again if you need to find information that's going to help you answer any of the questions. And you can also use the internet or a book or a dictionary or anything that's going to help you. You can also ask anybody that's at home with you if you're very uncertain or not sure of something. But yes, I'm hoping that I'm going to see you soon because I'm missing you so much. But I'm going to say goodbye for now. Okay, bye.